Good morning, everybody. How is everybody this Sunday morning? Welcome to my Sunday morning coffee and a card. My name is Julia Green. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in the northwest corner of Connecticut, and I go live on Sunday mornings with a quick card demonstration. I have not been very consistent about my lives, and I apologize for that. But I have a lot going on over here with at Stampin' with Julia. Not so much with my stamping business, but with my personal life. So I've had to step back and not be quite as active and prominent here with my stamping business. Um, I am changing careers in my personal life, my full time job. I wish Stamping Up was my full time job, but it's not. I need health insurance and some other things. So, my Stampin' Up! Business is not as active as I would like it to be to do it full time. So maybe someday it will be. That would be awesome if it does happen to happen that way. But for right now, I need a full time gig, and I'm switching that up right now. So be patient with me. Hopefully, I'll have a consistent schedule coming up. But if you are following me on Facebook or I also post on YouTube, just be watching for updates as to when my lives and what my schedule is going to be going forward. So, new catalog just dropped the beginning of May. Very exciting, all kinds of new stuff. I haven't ordered a lot of the new stuff out of the new catalog yet, but I'm going to be working this morning with a suite that is online. And those of you guys that know, Stampin' Up! Does a lot of what they call online exclusives. These items are all part of the Botanical Textures suite. I have bought bits and pieces of the suite because to buy the whole suite together right now, it's not available. Because there is a mini corrugated embossing folder that is not available. So you have to buy the pieces and parts of the suite. So I bought this one of the stamp bundle, and I bought some of the paper, and we're gonna make a couple cards with it this morning. But this is called the Botanical Textures DSP. And if you're like me and you like black and white with a pop of color, this is going to be some perfect DSP for you. These are all botanical prints on one side done in black and white and grays. And then on the other side, we have some more like random splotchy, really good for, yeah, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, so that's on the other side. And then we have another botanical one here. And then on the other side, we have this. And then we have this one here. I think this one here would be great for a scrapbook page. I love this one a lot. And then we have that on the other side. We have this one. And then we have this on the other side. And then we have this one with this on the other side. And then we have this one with this on the other side. So you can see they're really cool. We have the kind of the botanical print on the other side, and then these other just kind of random. This almost looks like, I don't know, like somebody's wiping something or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But but I really, really like the paper, so I grabbed the paper. But my favorite part of the whole bundle, good morning, Patricia, is the Textured Notes stamp set with the dies. These dies I had to have. They are rectangular dies, but I'm going to hold them and try to get them up close to the camera here. And I don't know if you can see, but each one cuts out a pattern around the outside edge. So I had to have these. Excuse me, I have a little frog. I had to have these. So these are something, I'm being a little bit more of a frugal shopper when I'm purchasing things lately. And these are something that I know that will stay in my toolbox or in my collection for a long time to come, because there's something different and they add just that little bit of something. So instead of just cutting out a regular old rectangle, we got some pattern going around on the outside edge. So I was very excited to see those. Thought they were a lot of fun. So I had to get those. So I'm going to bring in, so what I said earlier about stamping black and white with a pop of color. We're going to be using Granny Apple Green as our pop of color this morning. I've always liked to do what I call black and white with a pop of color. Just want to make sure my fold is where it belongs. And then I have my Granny Apple Green layer here. We're just going to put that right on there, on top of the black card base. I've cut out my my rectangle, and I don't know if you can see, I don't know if you can see that texture around the outside edge. Let's see if I get it up close enough. Will it focus? It doesn't want to focus. Maybe if I hold it there for a minute. No, it's not going to let you see it. But anyway, there's a texture around there. I have a Granny Apple Green layer. And then I have a black, just a black plain layer. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this DSP right down here. And I can see the red on my... So because of everything that I've had going on, I really haven't been spending a lot of time here in the craft room. It's that time of year where I'd rather be outside in my gardens anyway, so I have been very, very busy out in my gardens. And then with this whole career shift, that's been a whole nother ball of wax. It's thrown a monkey wrench into my stamping. But one of the things that I want to point out about having a Stampin' Up! Business is that you can work around other things that are going on in your life. That's one of the things that I've always liked about having this little Stampin' Up! Home party thing going on, home business, because I can work it around my schedule and I can fit it in when I can fit it in. So, and you people that, my followers are usually very supportive and understand you know, what's going on. So with that being said, right now there's a really great, if you're looking to start your own business, there is a really good special going on right now with what they call the kit to join Stampin' Up! And you're going to get lots of extra things. And with this new catalog being out and about, there's lots of new things to choose from, which is also very exciting. So you'd be showing customers new things, and that's always a fun and exciting thing. So I've stamped my inside because, you know, my card base was black. So unless you have like a white gel pen or something, you're not going to be able to write on the inside. So I'm going to put a white layer. I stamped my leafy botanical image that comes from the stamp set in there. And I've done that in the Granny Apple Green. And then I had a strip of the paper left, and so I put that across the bottom. So that's the inside of my card. Here's my outside. We've stamped this, the botanical leafy image again. We're going to layer that onto the Granny Apple Green, which I just cut one a little bit. I just measured it and then just added 1/8 of an inch to go all the way around. And then same thing with the black. We're just going to layer that right on. And this helps with that whole pop of color. Just like that. Now we're just going to go right ahead and we're going to mount that right in the center of our card. I hope you're not having that crazy weather in California like they've been having in other states, Patricia. I was just looking, and I can't believe some of the videos of some of the tornadoes and stuff in Kentucky. It was crazy, and unfortunately, lots of lost lives, which is so sad to see. Here in New England, we have some crazy weather sometimes, but we don't normally get tornadoes, so I'm okay with that. It can be, like 80 degrees here 1 minute and 60 degrees the next. The temperature has a tendency of jumping all around. So this sentiment, I just have a little strip of white paper. It's "You are seriously the best," which I thought was kind of a nice little sentiment to put on the outside. I've just taken a little strip of white paper that I had over there in my scrap bucket. And I am just going to take it and cut it down a little bit on the ends. And then I'm just going to put some little flags on the ends. So you cut in the middle, cut yourself a strip, and then go from the corner to your cut, corner to your cut, and that'll give you a nice little flag there on the ends. And then same thing on this side. I'm going to cut a little bit off here so that I'm about the same. So I'm going to do a slit in the middle, corner to the point, and corner to the point. And that's going to give me a cute little flag. And then I took dimensionals, and I put those on the back of this guy. And we're going to put that right across our botanical stamped image here. Everybody must be sleeping in. Now, one of the sad things about me not going live regularly is I think people get out of the routine for looking for me. So if you go to my Stamping with Julia page and you hit those 3 little dots up in the corner, you can sign up for notifications for when I go live. And I think I think Facebook is still pretty good about that. So these are fun. These are the neutral matte dots. These also go with this suite. I have such a frog this morning. Sorry. So we have, I think this might be pecan pie because that's in the other DSP. We have like a vanilla, we have black, and then underneath the tab here we have white little dots. We're going to use the black ones this morning. And my Take Your Pick tool needs a new little refill, so it doesn't want to always pick up. And we're going to go right up here in the corner, and I'm going to do a big one and then a little one on either side. This is one of my favorite things to do with the dots, and I guess on my wish list over there by the computer I need to put Take Your Pick refill because it's not got a lot of stuff going on in there. All right, I'm going to put these back in here. I like to keep my all my little embellishments right in the sleeve. I think it keeps them protected, keeps them all together. I just cut the end of the sleeve, and then I store them in the plastic cases. And I mean, I just think when you put them like this, you have a good chance of keeping them all together. But there's my first card for you. So black and white with a pop of color. This DSP is great for that. It really is a good one to go with. So I'm going to set him over there, and we're going to do another one. We switched it up a little bit this time. This time we are using Shaded Spruce as the pop of color. So let me clean off my botanical image here. And the stamped image on this too is it's kind of watercolored. I think if you look at it pretty close, you can see that it already gives dimension in the stamp, which that's something I always like to see too in the stamps. So this one we're going to start with Shaded Spruce as our card base. My scoring was a little off, so I'm going to fix that up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and put down a black layer. I can see the red, so I know I'm going to have to get a refill of my Stamp and Seal here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this layer of black down. So just a little bit of that shaded spruce peeks out around. We're going to stamp on our inside piece. This time I cut my DSP 4 by 3. Okay, and this way here you'll get a little bit more. You can stretch your DSP a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and put the white on first. This is another 4 by 3 piece of the white. And we're going to put this down here with a little bit of the black showing. And then I'll put the glue on the back of this guy. And I'm going to turn my card around and I'm going to line up my DSP with this end so that I end up and line up my sides. So then I have the black showing all the way around the edges of that. Now this time I decided to go crazy and I cut 2 of those rectangles out, both of them with the pattern. And again, unfortunately, you can't really see the pattern too good there. But we're going to stamp in shaded spruce our botanical image. We're going to stamp that right on the white one. Just like that. We're going to layer that on the black. While we have this out, I stamped the image on the inside. All right. We're going to go ahead and layer this on the black piece. I love the detail around the edges of these rectangles. Love it, love it, love it. All right, dimensionals on the back of this guy. Morning, Vicky. I wanted to mention too, thank you guys so much for the ones that reached out to me, because I haven't been posting a lot of stuff and I've been kind of MIA. Reaching out, making sure I was okay. That was sweet of you all that did that. And another reason why I love this creative, whoops, before I put that on, I stamped the thank you first. And we're going to put the thank you right down here in this corner. Just like that. Now we'll put this guy on. Just like that. And let's go ahead and put this guy inside. One of the things I've always liked about the crafting community is it's just that. It's a community. And people reach out, people help each other. It's really, Stampin' Up! Has been one of the best things that I've ever done in my life. I'm also going to stamp this image on my envelope over here in the corner. So I have a matching envelope while I have that out. Get that all out of the way. We need some embellishments for that. So I did do the black dots again. And I think I'm going to use my other end here because, like I said, I need a refill. So I did a big one in the center and 2 little ones. One on top, one on the bottom. And then I didn't go look, but I'm pretty sure that this stayed in the catalog, is the Baker's Twine in all the neutral colors. And so that would go really good with this, with those dots. But I did take a piece of white and black Baker's Twine. Many moons ago, we had a black and white twisted Baker's Twine, which I'm pretty sure I might still have some of in my collection. Embarrassing to say, but I might. So I'm sure there's some around here somewhere. And we're just going to make a little bow with this here. And then I took a glue dot and I put it right down here at the bottom of the image, like that. And then I came in with my snips. And just gave it a little trim. So black and white with a pop of color. I so like this suite for that. Or this bundle rather, or suite. Like I said, the whole suite is not available right now because of the embossing folder being unavailable. But I had to have these dies, so I just had to have these dies. See if you can see everything. We can move you in a little bit so that you can see it a little bit closer. Whoops, we went in a little too far. Let's do this. There you go. I guess we got to come back a little bit so you can see everything. All right. So there you have it for this morning. New paper pumpkin dropped. Where is it? There it is. Looks like a pretty one. I can't wait to get my one with the mountains. That one I can't wait to see what that one's like. Don't forget I said about the sign-on bonus. Always check your last chance products. Lots of good deals still on there. I'm still waiting for my catalog order to come in because every time I have placed an order, I keep forgetting to add the catalogs. So if you're waiting for a catalog from me, I totally apologize. But like I just said, life has been crazy here. I'm doing a big career change in my life. And so it's just been kind of crazy. But things are going to hopefully get figured out and back to normal. So we will, I will keep you posted on that, and hopefully I'll be going live a little bit more than I have been, and posting and being a little bit more consistent with my Stampin' Up! Business than I have been. But look at the detail on these dies. I'm pretty sure you're going to want these dies. They are, I think, pretty amazing. And then there's the one on the bottom there that just does the stitching for sentiments or whatever. But yeah, fun dies. Got to have them in your collection. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for stopping in. Like I said, I think people just kind of gotten used to me not being on Sunday morning because I've been kind of MIA. I apologize for that, but I'm hoping to be more consistent and to get back to a better routine. And if you like black and white with a pop of color, then you're going to love this DSP because it's got lots of great black and white botanical images, and then just plain old black and white on the back sides too. That would go really good with the whole black and white and a pop of color. All right. Thank you so much for stopping in this morning. If I can be of any of assistance to you in the Stampin' Up! World, please just reach out to me and let me know. I'd be happy to help you. I do have some openings in my schedule if you'd like to book a card class. I am also working on doing some card classes. Like I said, everything kind of came to a halt with this sudden career change. I had a new opportunity present itself, and I'm going to take it. So I'm hoping that it all works out in the long run. But like I said, I will definitely keep you posted. So, all right, guys, I'm going to let you go. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Get out there and enjoy some sunshine. We have some beautiful sunshine here today. It's a gorgeous day. I'm a little disappointed I got to go to sleep. But, but anyway. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. And hopefully we'll all be stamping together real soon. Have a great rest of your day.